Hey, do you think Lanning is gonna release a trailer for Oddworld Soulstorm? yeah, when sligs fly. Oh wait. So yeah, Lanning was at the Game Developers Conference and released a trailer for Oddworld Soulstorm, in case you were unaware somehow. This is a purely cinematic trailer of a section of a fully completed cutscene that's going to be in Soulstorm, that the Oddworld Inhabitants team worked very hard to produce and get done in time for the conference. They even had to work overnight, I think, so a massive well done to them on getting this to us. What you have to realise is that this trailer serves for the purpose of showing off the game engine and how cinematic the game is. It was shown for the Unity Keystone speech at the Game Developers Conference to basically say, hey, we're using Unity, here's how good it looks and you should use it as well, to all the other game developers in there. I'll get something bad, depending on your opinion on it, out of the way first. Everyone say it with me, Oddworld Soulstorm has been delayed. Again. Yes, that's right, now got a release date of 2020. I'm a pretty laid back guy, and although I was disappointed as I was looking forward to playing this game this year, I'll say what I've always said, and that it's good to see that a game developer is taking all the time they need to get this game perfected. With that in mind, I'd guess that Oddworld Soulstorm would be coming out probably in like April 2020, but that's just pure speculation on my behalf. The ironic thing is that I was actually working on a video with the working title, The Oddworld Soulstorm release date is 2019, expressing my opinion as to why I thought it actually would be released this year. And boy, would that have dated quickly if I'd released that. Now onto the actual trailer. You know, it looks pretty bloody good. It's nice and clear and cinematic, which is what they wanted, and it's confirmed that sligs and new variants of flying sligs will be in the game, which is good because sligs have always been my favourite characters for some reason, but it was hardly in question whether sligs would be in the game or not. The only characters shown in the trailer, Abe isn't in it, but Alf and Toby are. Toby, from whom we hear speak for the first time.
Faster, Alf! We gotta go faster!
And I'm not sure if it's Lanning doing a voice, because he does pretty much every Oddworld voice, but it didn't sound like him to be, so I don't know if they got someone else to do that. But anyway, can I just point out that while Toby acts like a little bitch, he is jacked as fucking shit. This guy could easily ditch Stallone. This guy, he makes me sad. What Toby needs is some freaking confidence. He could take on 1, 2, probably even 4 sligs at once. Unless they have guns, I guess, then he's fucked. But anyway, then you've got Alf. Yeah, now is it me or is Alf's voice changed? He used to be like, hello, my name is Alf, and I was like, holy shit! Like, I think it's changed slightly, it's less softer. Alf's got a tattoo on his whole chest, like, on the whole chest? Well, sort of out of top chest, on his collarbone, I think it's called, and it says Soulstorm Brew, which some people have speculated is this branding. They brand him while he's working at Soulstorm Brewery. It's been confirmed that that was his choice, something to do with his addiction to Soulstorm Brew. And it makes me wonder if the Gluckons have created some sort of cult around Soulstorm Brew, because it seems more than an addiction to me. Like, you don't see folks in California going around with tattoos saying weed on it, or maybe you do, I don't know, I've never been to California, I'm just stereotyping for bad humour. But I think this cutscene takes place in the middle of the game, sort of like beginning to middle of the game, I'd say, but that's just speculation. I just wanted to say that because it seems to be a guessing game everyone's getting involved in. What I will say is that this trailer has instilled hope in me that Oddworld's sense of humour will remain intact. Alf's reaction to seeing Soulstorm Brew for the first time I found freaking hilarious for some reason.
Holy shit!
And it's great to see that Oddworld Inhabitants are finally showing us bits of the game. Unfortunately, they haven't shown us Toby being burnt alive, but oh well. It's not much so far, but it's a start and better than nothing, surely. While on stage, Lorne and Benny Terry showed us what Unity has done for Oddworld designs, shown how much more detail that's been put into. For example, that they gave is an image of a shaman, and they showed sort of the detail that they've put into it thanks to the Unity game engine. And they also showed a short clip of the various layers that were created for the cinematic cutscene, showing how Unity has allowed them to create and make it look so good, basically. Furthermore, they're hoping to release some gameplay of Oddworld Soulstorm soon. I've heard that some of the developers are trying to push Lorne to release some for us very soon, so hopefully that's something to look forward to. The Oddworld fanbase, including I, have responded very well to what was shown at the Game Developers Conference 2019, and Lorne is apparently very happy with this. Naturally, as with anything, there's bound to be points that I'm unsure of, so I'll go through these now. I've said since my first video on Oddworld Soulstorm that the only thing I had any concern over was Oddworld appearing too cartoony. This concern was based on the images that had been released of Abe at the time, and when I first saw the Sligs in the trailer and then Toby and Alf, I was initially disappointed as I felt like it was very cartoony. To me, it does simply seem like they've lost something that made the originals feel so realistic. I remember as a kid seeing Oddworld as a game that had immensely realistic graphics in an era where there weren't many games that did. I think there was a certain grittiness that made the cutscenes in Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus seem incredibly realistic for their time, whereas nowadays technology has developed at such a rate. I wonder if it's possible to recapture that, as everything seems too clean and shiny to me, if that makes sense. Furthermore, the animations of particularly Toby seem to progress that cartoony feeling. The technology of today has allowed Oddworld inhabitants to do some really realistic details in their designs, which combined with the unrealistic cartoonism creates quite a disturbing look to me. Just look at Toby's teeth. Could do with a trip to the dentist. Not that kind. Now these are only aesthetic gripes, so basically ones that don't really matter that much. That's just my opinion on that. However, it should be pointed out that this art style is apparently Lorne's vision for Oddworld, and all we can say really is, in Lorne we trust, and I'm sure as more visualizations of the game are released, we'll see more of that dark nature of Soulstorm that we've been told about. And to be fair, it's hard to judge the darkness of a clip that's set in a desert with a bright blue sky, I guess. I got a burst of joy when I saw the Glucken train rolling past. And even more so when I saw flying Sligs chasing after it. Overall, it's bloody good to see that we're getting more information on Oddworld Soulstorm. I can't wait to actually play the game and find out if those damn Sligs actually managed to capture the train.
All we had to do was follow the damn train!
And well, I hope the developers are right, and I look forward to hopefully getting some new gameplay very soon of Oddworld Soulstorm.
Hello, follow me.